Hey guys, it's an episode of the Butler Did It here. Sunday I posted a picture of Bad Bunny burning the American flag without fact checking it. And it's not up to somebody else to fact check it, that's up to me. And I had people call me out on it. I had people call me a hypocrite, a martyr. But I also had a good friend of mine that sent me a text the way it should have been and told me he fact checked it and that was not true. Even though we believe that Bad Bunny is an abomination because of his lifestyle and the way he portrays himself. But that doesn't give me the right to push my beliefs on you because of what you believe. And I'm sorry for that, and I ask for your forgiveness for those things. But I also had another so-called friend that called me out in public, and I think it was for his whatever gain that he wanted to call me out, to call me a hypocrite. And then he sends me a message and says, what kind of friend would I be if I didn't call you out? That I would call any of my friends out. That's not true. I know who your friends are, and you would have never called them out in public. You would have sent them a private message like you should have done me. But I hope you forgive me for doing and saying the things that I did. I hope everyone that watches this or listens to this forgives me for what I did and said. I'm not living by my own book. I'm not living by the Lord's book the past couple of weeks. Like my therapist said it best yesterday, I'm giving in to the devil because the devil knows I'm right there on that breakthrough with God. I'm right there trying to live the life that God intended for me, desires for me, and I'm letting the devil win by doing these things. I've prayed for it, or about what I done. I've cried for it and about what I done. Even yesterday morning, I said things to God that I shouldn't have said, even though he knew I didn't mean it, or he knew that I'm in a spiritual battle. He's letting me go through this battle so I learn from my mistakes. And when I do win this battle, because I will win this battle, it'll be so much better for me on the other side. I don't use my spiritual battle as excuses for what I did or said. I admit my fault in what I did and said. Forgive me if I hurt somebody's feelings by what I said or my actions. But you don't have to forgive me for what I believe, because that's what I believe. I believe he's an abomination. I believe he's anti-American. And when I express those things, I say what I mean what I say. But it gives me no right to force my beliefs on you, and it gives me no right to call you out on what you believe. And I ask for your forgiveness for that, because I do love everyone. But during this battle that I'm in right now, it's between me and the Lord to overcome it. And I will. And it's hard, because God knows my weaknesses, but the devil knows my weaknesses, and he's playing on them. And it's not up to God to defeat the devil. He gives me the strength to defeat him, and I choose to continue to fall back and try to do it on my own and force my opinions on people when I shouldn't do so. Now back to the person that called me out in public. I forgive him for what he done, but he's no friend of mine for doing the way he done it. And I burnt that bridge. I don't look to build that bridge back as a friend. because he wasn't, unless he asked for forgiveness. Even though I forgive him, if he was beside the road broke down or somebody was trying to hurt him, I would be right there for him to help him, because that's what God demands of us. But I will not go back on my beliefs because of someone else. I don't expect you to do so either. I admit my faults, but I also want you to understand I'm fighting so hard to do what God desires me to do, and the devil's fighting against it so hard to win my soul. I won't let him. I will not let him, but it's a hard fight for me. I have a lot of issues since I got sick 6 years ago. It affected my memory. It affected my way of thinking. And the devil's playing on it. He's playing on to where the past couple of weeks I have not read my Bible but a handful of times, to where I was reading it every day. And by me not reading it every day, I'm not applying his word to my life. And the devil knows it. I'm not saying the devil's causing it, but he's the prince of deception. And his deception upon me is that I'll be okay if I don't read it every day. My life will be okay if I don't read it and apply it to my life. But I want you to know it's not all right for me, and it's not all right for you. So in the end, I ask for forgiveness again to everyone that I hurt, Sunday or any other day. The Lord's already forgiven me for it, because I repented for it. And I continue to change. I continue to try and do better. I continue to do better. I'm not the Chris I used to be. I'm still not the Chris that the Lord wants me to be. I'm not the Chris that the devil's trying to make me out to be. But he's trying his best to do those things. It has sunk me back into ways of thinking that I hope and pray that I never would do again. I have a strong family that stands behind me, but my actions also affect their life. The way people look at them, my actions can cause damage and physical harm to some of my children that's in law enforcement and first responders, because of things I said or did or do. And all I can do is ask for forgiveness from you and pray that you give it to me. But if you don't, that's your right. But if anybody's ever been through a spiritual battle, you know what I'm talking about. And if you ask me to pray for you, you come out and ask me and say you're going through a spiritual battle. I can't get on my knees because of a lot of issue with my knees and multiple surgeries on them. But I can stand and pray. I can sit and pray and raise my hands for you, and that's what I ask from you for me. Everybody knows that I have a heart of gold, but I also have the mind and the mouth of a sinner. It's not what I want, but it's what I'm choosing. But I will do better. I will get through it by the grace of God. He knew what he desired for me was